life is a tunnel, not a cave. You gotta keep walking and believe that someday you will see the splatter of life. It's a tunnel, not a cave. You gotta keep walking.
The Roundtable is back on your TV set and, of course, discussing issues that matter to you, bringing you very fresh stories and, as usual, different opinions. The last time we were here, we saw something very dramatic between Mercy and Tina. They went back to back, and I enjoyed the conversation. I'd love to have that conversation again. Maybe I get to see Tina and Hawa, or Hawa and Mercy going again.
Oh, you and
I just sit back. I just enjoy the conversation. No, I love observing. So I'm just observing, like
international observer.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Well, today on the show we'll be having a cooking segment later on the show, and we'll have one of our chefs in the house. She'll be making something very tasty for us today. Hawa is on that segment with the chefs. They'll talk about food, and food.
I can't wait.
But before talking about food, let's talk about movies quickly. So the son of the founder of Mount Zion Drama Ministry, I'm talking about Pastor Mike Bamiloye, his son Joshua recently tweeted about the movie, the American TV series called Lucifer, that the series, it's all an attempt by the devil, by Satan, to call more people into his kingdom. Well, we've seen issues like this, conversations like this, religious circle and secular circles too, where people say certain materials, whether music, written materials, shows and all of that are promoting the kingdom of hell. The question today is, where do we draw the line between creativity and all of this religious sentiment and proclamations we make? Where do we draw the line? What do you guys think? I have seen the series, Lucifer. Has anybody seen the series?
I have it, but
I really haven't.
Oh, I've seen season 1.
Because of the name.
Yes, you don't want to
I
watch.
just considered maybe it's something. Not
That's what we're talking about.
Okay, now the fact is, I've enjoyed my popcorn, guys. I think we're talking.
Can I have some?
Oh, sure. The fact is, I select kind of movies I watch.
All right.
Now, movies that are too violent, I don't watch them.
Yeah.
Movies that are too spiritistic, they have too much of spiritism in it.
Yeah.
I don't watch it. Movies that are too have horror on the extreme, like this movie. What's the name of this movie? Us is a recent movie. It premiered this year. I have not watched it. I've seen
you know.
I know almost everybody watched that
I
one.
think my point is.
Wait, Karashika. It's a Nigerian movie.
Yeah.
It's Mike Bamiloye's movie now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that makes all those Christian movies.
No, that wasn't a Christian movie. It
Oh.
was a normal
Normal movie. Oh, okay.
Now my point is.
I did. I am a tanga.
My point is.
Matanga.
Sorry, your point.
Your points.
My point is.
What's your point?
Everyone has a right to select the kind of movies they'll watch.
Yeah.
And I will not actually come and judge you because you're watching Lucifer or because you decide to watch one. I can tell you, oh, this is why I don't watch it because I feel like this, like that. Because scripturally, when you watch too much of these things, there's a way you find
actually
entangled. Yes, they have negative energies that get you entangled. You get used to these things. Like people who watch wrestling a lot. You see, they are violent. They tend to be violent.
Really?
Because, yes, people who watch a lot of wrestling.
No, I don't think so.
And to an extent, the majority of them tend to be violent because they watch these things a lot. They move the donkey back. They are so used to all those things that if they get in a fight or a quarrel, they want to exhibit these things they are watching. The point is, the bottom line is maturity, your ability to manage what you see and what you do. If you're able to watch something that's very violent and you don't go on reacting or behaving that kind of way, fine.
Kudos.
But still, don't. If you know you can't manage yourself, if you watch, you will behave that way. Avoid watching.
No, but
him coming out and and saying, I think I don't like that it's coming out to attack that this thing is a way for Satan to grab whatever. He should have.
But we
just
actually had
suggested-
backlash like that, even for Game of Thrones.
Yes,
even for Empire too. Like Empire is the first
those
series
kind of movies
where you have gay, like two, a couple gay wedding. It was like the first time on television.
Gay was celebrated.
Because
I don't think it's not the first. It's not the
first.
first. This other movie, is it Moms or something?
No, when they had a wedding.
They had a wedding. They even adopted a daughter, a Chinese daughter, a very funny mother something.
Is that a movie or a drama series?
Really? Series. I watched it to season 3.
Because I think I watched it was Wendy that was
level
okay,
or something.
All right.
But shouldn't the censorship board consider the
interest
of the public?
Yes.
Now you're talking about a
letting
country.
those movies-
Well, you're talking about a country where gay AIDS been legalized. So there's nothing wrong with it. You understand?
And
But
with
from
the rising interest in Satan worship in
decadence.
the Western world, I think maybe that's what
No. This is it. This is where I always get upset with religious people. You pick
not spiritual people.
not spiritual people. They pick the least important thing and then they make something out of it. Now tell me how in God's name you just come and say the kingdom of hell don't open. If you eye your neighbor, devil is walking inside your body.
Already.
You're sitting on top fence inside head. Do you understand? We should stop playing religion when it comes to playing serious things. You're talking.
You're going far to attack that.
Hold on. You're talking about religion and you're talking about creativity. What makes you think that this creativity, religion is people that gave us the ideologies. They're not our own original ideology. If we want to face facts, make we just go backyard, they carry our pots, they use it till they do our things. So will you now say the devil or be the gate have opened? So you're now saying someone that is creative took his time. The issue with creativity, it doesn't just happen overnight. You sit down for years. Some of them plan this thing and for years they've been working tooth and nail. They will fail, they will succeed, they will fail, they will almost kill them. They'll try and keep trying till they get it. Hold on, someone now gets it right and you say because your religion or one thing, the gate of hell is open. Is it even your religion? It's not someone else that came to tell you. Now what happens? Hold on. What now happens to the next door neighbor that sleeps with his neighbor's wife? Or what happens to the person that kills his brother because of a property? Or what happens to the pastor that will say he's doing you deliverance and is pressing your breast? What happens to all of that? I think we should focus on more important things when we want to talk religion.
But it's also important,
How is it important?
I think for the younger folks, these guys are growing. Their minds are still very tender. There are a lot of things they shouldn't consume.
You do realize that movies like
this gay issue now that's celebrated in movies and stuff, or this spiritism or violence that's celebrated. These young ones grow up to consume all these things.
It is celebrated only in the country where it is accepted. Now, if you watch,
we adapt everything from the Western world now.
Really, we adapt everything. Make two guys calm down. I say make two guys come together and we'll know whether the court of law will adopt them and adapt them. See, let me tell you, this is simple. Like you made a very serious point when we started. You said some persons, if they watch a particular movie, they tend to act that way.
Yes.
If you're one of those persons, you should avoid. Like me, I don't watch blooded movies. Even movies that there are too much guns, I don't like it because I won't sleep. I'm very visual. Everything I watch before I sleep, I begin to think about. So I rather just watch comedy or something so I can be laughing in my dream. You understand? So what applies to one person does not apply to the other person. And for children, for crying out loud, I believe that parents should caution the kind of movies their children watch. They should give them reasons and facts. They should not just tell them don't watch this movie because that's when they will watch it. They should tell them that, okay, fine, this movie, what do you feel after watching this kind of movie? What does it do to you? How do you feel when you see someone else? Those kind of things.
There's
a reaction. A particular one that got my attention was from an OEP in Lagos. Okay. She did say that the guy has been brainwashed and all of that by his father's low budget Christian movies and all of that. And I really don't want to share that sentiment, but there's something I want to share about all of this. If you see the series Lucifer, I think it's okay for spiritually matured people to watch. That's why I agree with you spiritually matured people, that yes, you can watch. There are people that they don't have that maturity to watch it. They watch it, just like she mentioned, it affects them. The energy affects them. But when I say spiritual maturity is the fact that after watching Lucifer, you get to know that Lucifer, Satan, devil, everything, it doesn't come in black. It doesn't come ugly. it doesn't come wicked.
It
They come pretty, beautiful, speak well, sing well, so sweet that you don't even know, you don't suspect.
You learn
and
beyond.
That's the problem we have today. Every day, that's the thing. That's our problem. Because you don't, you carried away by people's religiousness. If there's English like that, and not spirituality. There are lots of religious people that are not spiritual. They're so religious, is on their face. You said something about being a fanatic. Before you start, they are like that. But in all honesty, when you sit them down and say, "Okay, tell me, where is this thing you're doing? Where is it found in your book?" It is nowhere. And as people say, which I also agree, that the only holy books that certain people will see till the day they die, it's you and I. They will never have an encounter with it. It's how you live your life. I admire your religion. I want to do it. It's how you live yours. I admire you. I want to do it. Some will not have the opportunity to see all those things. So it's, I've heard, like, for me personally, I've heard a lot of things about JW that I was shocked she was JW. And she's an amazing person. I'm like, really?
I've met very amazing ones. Very amazing. One thing I know for sure is they're super intelligent. And when I
see people outside Kano who talk about, Islam, I'm like, okay, maybe because I'm born here, I'm brought up here, so I don't see the things you are seeing, because I just see that, look, we're the same. It's just like you go on Friday and I go on Sunday.
It boils down to what you said, spiritual maturity.
Yes.
So it centers around that. So coming out in that way.
In fact, in the series, there were like two brothers, Lucifer. One is good, one is evil. You understand? And then the father wants the evil one was causing more havoc on earth, and they wanted that one back. It was not just one kind of, very dicey.
Exactly.
Yes, that even in the kingdom of hell, there's still,
But next to me, I would like this censorship board, as I said earlier, to do a very thorough job on movies that go out there. Because sometimes it's not just the interest of the producers that matter. The interest of the public to matter.
But those people,
I think they should put ratings. They put
stories.
ratings. No, I think what's the rating of that movie? I think
it should be 16, 18, thereabout. But if you're talking about that, you have children liking Harry Potter. You like kids reading Game of Thrones. Do you understand? It's scary.
an aircraft from a certain place, and this child was reading the book
Harry Potter.
I tell you, with the adapt attention he had.
Intense reading.
See, the thing is, we should always look beyond we should look at the bigger picture. Now, that movie, I believe, from what she's saying, I have Lucifer season 1 right now. I think I'm going to have to watch it. From what she is saying, that movie covers what really happens in everyday life.
Yes.
We should stop playing sentiments with these things.
Yes.
Harry Potter, those are just fantasy stuff that children see and they're excited.
How things happen sometimes and we take it ordinary and think it's nothing. Why you fight with your colleagues and you just say it's nothing. Now when you watch the series, you understand that no, there's actually an underworld.
You learn more.
Things that happen. It just takes your spirituality to another level, that when something happens to you, like you stop that, it just takes you. It's a very, very, very. You all should watch the series. Please do.
I will look for it and watch.
Yeah. Okay. So why do you watch Lucifer? I'll tell you to please watch Lucifer too. Well, I'm not an ambassador of. I'm just saying watch so you know. If you want to criticize something, condemn something,
yes, you should know
what you're condemning. Yes, that's it.
Then have an idea of what it's about, even if you don't watch it in detail. Read about it. Read about the props and all those details they put online, and then draw conclusions yourself.
We'll be right back. Alrighty, welcome back. It's still the Roundtable, and we're still talking about what was it we talked about before the break? Lucifer, the series. You watching the series and all of that, and you having enough information and facts before you begin to condemn something. Yeah. So let's see if we have information facts as far as our game show is concerned.
Yeah. So you guys, the most interesting thing about our show. Yeah, our game show now. Why are you looking at me? No, wait. You guys remember last time, season 1, we had very personal questions and made us get to know the ladies better. And some things I said about myself. Oh, my mother will not see it. But anyway, so today,
plenty boyfriends.
No, I don't have. I've never had a boyfriend in my life. Anyway, so
thank you.
So today on the game show, we're going to be doing something a little simple. Ladies, I'll ask you guys a trick question. I'll throw it, and I want anybody to pick it up.
All right.
Okay, fine. This is it. Between your toes, right, and your earlobes, which one turns you on?
None.
Really?
My earlobes.
Ew.
But I don't like when they kiss it. Like, it's like you don't know if it's clean.
Oh, it gives you that feeling. It gives me.
Yeah, like don't do it. I like it, but don't do that. Like, it's don't know if it's clean. Like,
Because the lips will eventually end up
you
in
know,
your...
on my lips. So
I understand.
don't do it.
So, but why wouldn't you keep it clean?
I'm doing my ears. I always clean, but when you go out and you come back and you don't even plan when these things happen.
Yeah.
And then you start
coming.
With me, both the toes and the earlobes are ticklish.
Really?
Has anyone ever sucked your
It's
toe?
tickle. Hold on, it's tickling.
But they are just ticklish. Usually me touch my toe.
Well, it's tickling and sensation the same. Like, because me when it's tickling, I'm turned off. Like when you tickle me, it makes me laugh. So I forget about.
Sometimes you will hit someone.
Yeah, so I don't like it when it's tickling. It should be sensational, not tickling.
Sensational.
I think that
Like,
So you prefer earlobes? You prefer earlobes?
Don't do it.
You prefer toe?
I wouldn't say
She is out of this world. She's out of this world.
both are tickling.
What about you?
No, for me, toes. I've never even
There are
thought
other
about
parts
it.
of my body I want you to touch. Definitely not.
It's not revealed.
No, haven't you watched those movies? The one that just goes there. They don't let you die like in the process.
No, the ear is only when in action, and then you just want to get busy.
I don't want to know the kind of action she's talking
I
about.
want to know, yeah.
But the next question I have for Mercy. Have you ever stolen anything in your life?
Biros in school, pencils,
No, I have never.
erasers.
Now the only thing I have done.
It's a pot.
No meeting. That's
I've
what
gotten soap in hotels, showers in hotels.
I've never taken.
But you take that. Why are you saying?
My own. They bring some for me to use
To
in the
use.
hotel.
The fresh one they bring.
See, please, you should know this. If I go to a hotel like 5-star,
They will not invite you
and they give me
anymore.
complimentary body lotion, shampoo, even from Dubai, the people they bring them for me. What are you saying?
And they
I will carry my carrier. It's my own. I pay for that. I pay for that night. I will take my complimentary stuff now.
I still have.
So wait, it's not stealing.
It's not stealing.
It's taking.
It's my complimentary.
So what happens to people that take towels?
That one is a different one. I beg on a different level.
Tools are meant to be used and kept.
And kept.
Oh, you don't steal towels?
Last time I went to one 5-star
That
hotel.
one is actually stealing.
I saw a hair dryer.
That's why I asked you the question.
If the hair dryer wasn't attached, honestly, I'll ask them if I can take it as a
Okay,
There's
wait.
this hotel.
Confession time.
There's this hotel we went to in Zaria, and if you're is it logging out? Is it
Logging out.
of the hotel? They check your bags to see if
see
you've
what
stolen
they're
the towels
using.
and stuff.
Was it a 5-star hotel? Or a
I don't think it's a
one-star?
five.
Because it's 1-star, they'll do that.
Hotel.
The 5-star hotel will do that.
It's fine, but that's invasion of my privacy.
Yeah, that's a one.
Okay, now that becomes something else.
Exactly.
That becomes something. But wait, why are you guys talking about only hotels?
But honestly, the only thing I can't
As a place, you can just
pick.
pick something.
Things.
Okay, now the thing is, I've never been
I've stolen
attracted
something.
to take someone's property. I will either ask you to give me or take off my mind.
So you've never
But in
stolen
my
your
own
parents'
house-
money?
No, that's what I was going to come to.
That's not true.
I didn't steal
That's
their
not true.
money, but I
You're
spent
not stolen
their
at my
money.
house.
Why did I steal your house?
Really?
Your parents, I took
My
your
cheese
property.
balls.
Your cheese
You
balls.
keep taking them without my permission.
I said, I beg cheese balls. I carry cheese balls. I don't have to steal. I beg. I steal.
I remember when I was younger, when I was in secondary school. Just one, I think. When I see all my
I just
classmates,
remembered when you
when I see my classmates, when they come to school, they will spend money, they will buy this one. So me now, go and, my mom will give me money, but I'll still go and, when I just see bundle of money somewhere, I don't go and remove. Mommy, I'm sorry. I don't remove from the middle like this. I don't be forming big. That has to be a tomboy. I don't be forming big girl. Just buy cakes, buy coke, buy. Oh my God!
I'm suspecting that this is my pet.
Alright then. Thank you very much.
Yes. Whatever you do, you just need one of my pet.
Alright, thank you very much for being part of the show. We had a great time, and make sure you try those recipes. Just try them at home. Make something very small for your family. You do something, something different from the usual you always make at home, and put a smile on your family's friend, on your family's faces. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Don't take towels in the hotel.
Don't be an accomplice. But the towels are white and they smell nice
Don't
and they're
take
soft.
them.
You just tuck them in your luggage and you leave. Thank you for being part of the show, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Now we leave.
Now we leave with popcorn in our mouth.
Hello, this is First Meal on the Roundtable, and with me here today is Chef Ecstasy.
Hello.
So, Chef, nice having you on the show today.
Nice having you. Nice being here too.
And what's cooking?
This is my fastest meal, and it is called potatoes in catfish.
Potatoes in catfish.
Yes. It's a meal that takes just 10 minutes to prepare.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really fast then.
Yes, it is a fast meal. It's a meal you can prepare for breakfast, for dinner, just something very fast. If you're looking for something fast and something light, it's catfish and potatoes for you. These are my ingredients, and I'm going to introduce them one after the other. So in case you go to the market, you know what to get. They're all very easy to find in the market. And the first one here, it's called utazi or saint leaf. You can get it at any of the market women. And then this is my onions, the chopped onions. Then we have oil. We're going to need like 1 or 2 tablespoons. We don't need too much for it. Then we have the chopped pepper. We don't need too much, but it's supposed to be pepperish because it's called pepper soup. And then salt to taste. Of course, the catfish. Yes, the catfish. Then we have the water, my water to prepare the meal. Then this is my bowl in case I want to wash my hands, I want to do anything, I use this. Then this is the green peas, just to garnish it and make it look nice. Then my seasoning cube. I've introduced this already, the saint leaf or utazi. And then the potatoes, my potatoes. It's already parboiled.
It's the potatoes. So
there's chips, there's Irish potatoes. The next thing is we'll start preparing the meal. I will and leave it to boil. Not too much water.
Just small.
Just small. Because you don't really need the pepper soup to be watery. You don't really need it to be watery. You need it a bit thick and a bit watery, so you can enjoy it. Then we'll wait a bit for it to boil, and then I'll take a bit out of the potatoes because we need the one we're going to mash to make it thick, to make the pepper soup thick.
You mean potatoes actually make food thick?
Yes, you know, some people actually use yam. If you go to some of this, yes, as a thickener, not only as a thickener, as the pepper soup, yam and catfish pepper soup. You can actually use yam too, in case you don't have potatoes at home and you want something fast, you can use yam also. Yam is also good. You can boil your yam, you can follow the process I'm going to show you right now. The water, it's boiling. You can see it's boiling. The next thing is to put in our potatoes. You put in the potatoes and allow it to boil at least for 2-3 minutes. Just leave it to boil so that it's already parboiled, so you don't need to leave it too long. So for 3 minutes, and then you add a little bit of salt to taste, a little bit of salt. So that the potatoes can, have taste and the salt can get into the potatoes. Allow it to boil for 3 minutes. Our potatoes is ready. Let me drop this here. The next thing is to add our chopped onions, a bit of it. So I'm going to add onions. The next thing is our fresh pepper. It's chopped already. It depends on how spicy you like your pepper soup. If you like it real pepperish, you can add as much pepper as you wish. But I like it pepperish. So I'm going to add enough pepper. So the next is to add our pepper soup spice. So you need to add just a bit of it. just not too much, just enough to give it the aroma and the taste. We'll leave it to boil for like 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. I need like one or two of the potatoes. I think 2 is okay. Why am I removing it? I need to smash it, add it much later as a thickener. I don't really, this sort of pepper soup, you need it not really watery. You need it a bit thick and a bit watery. If it's too watery, you won't really like it. So you need it a bit thick, not really thick. So you don't need too much potatoes. You smash this, just smash it. You need to smash it when it's hot, so it's easy for you to, to break it. If it's cold, it will be a bit difficult. So the next thing now is to add our fish. So you add up the fish and a little water. But if you already have enough water in it, there's no need to add. But my water is a bit small, so you put your fish and a little bit of salt, just a little. Very okay. Cover it for like 2 minutes. Yeah, still cooking. Oh, we're almost done. It smells nice. The next I'm going to add is a little bit of oil. You don't need too much oil, just a little bit. I'm just adding small. Yeah, this is okay. So the next, I'll add my mashed potatoes to thicken thicken it up a bit. Yeah, this is looking really good. Nice. You can see it's thick, but not too thick. Be careful, you don't want to break the fish, so be very careful while turning. So you add your green peas. It's washed already, and a little bit of water, just little water, so it doesn't get too thick, just little. Yeah, it's good. Your leaf, there's utazi or saint leaf. That's the last item you're adding to it to give it that smell and that flavor. Yeah. So 2 minutes, and it's ready. Our potatoes in catfish is ready. Oh, yeah. So I want you to test it. It's not just looking good, it tastes nice. I'm sure of that.
I can't wait for it to be in my stomach.
You need to test it. You can see how soft the potatoes is. Very soft, and then the water is not watery, but it's thick, so you will enjoy it.
Oh my god.
And I'm sure it's a bit pepperish.
It's spicy.
It's spicy.
It's spicy.
Wow.
It's nice.
Wow,
that's not nice. Spicy, but wow. Spicy nice.
That's nice. That's nice. Thank you.
It's so nice.
Thank you.
And the green peas too are just well cooked.
Thank you.
Not too cooked.
Thank you very much. You can have as much as you want, please.
Oh, I love this.
So you can always prepare this in the morning for breakfast or for dinner if you need something light. It's a very fast meal. It doesn't take time. And if you want to use yam, yam is a bit hard. But if you need something as soft, I prefer potatoes because it's always very soft. I like something very soft, not something hard. But you can get the yam that is also soft and use it for it. So, thank you.
And if you're looking for the recipe to this, just log on to the Roundtable NG.
it's on our social media handles, then you'll be able to get this. Before then, I'll enjoy my meal. Thank you.